Hello, William saxophonist. Hello, so welcome on this fifth lesson. And today I have my alto saxophone. Maybe some of you are playing alto saxophone. Everybody, in fact, in the childhood, beginning with that alto saxophone, very lovely instrument. And that one is the first I had, not really the first, but my parents begins to rent saxophone, and then 2 or 3 years after, I had my personal saxophone, Selmer one, very good thing. It don't move, and I was 12 in fact. I remember that. And today I don't have my tenor saxophone like you, Ville, but in fact I want to show everybody what is the alto sax, and we can have a lesson with that. So today we're gonna go forward for the left hand, because we saw the few notes C, B, A, G. Okay, it's okay. This first key, but we need to play B flat and E flat. Oh, yes. So we're gonna see where that note are. In fact, it's the same. And you remember the lesson about transposition? So this alto saxophone is in E flat. That means that when I play a C, the middle C, the concert key will be a B flat. Exactly like with the tenor saxophone, when you play the C, the same key, it will sound like a B flat concert. So today I ask you to put in the comment what is the note what I'm playing here. I'm with a C. What is the note on the tenor saxophone? What note do you find? You can try with the circle of fifth. Remember, 1/4 for the alto and 10 minutes for the baritone, for the tenor. Okay? Just try. Tell me what is the key, what is the note of with the tenor saxophone to play that sound. Concert key, E flat. Okay. So now we can have the lesson, and just I told you that we can play the C, we learn the B. So for this second month we have to train that thing. It's really tricky. So when you want to play quickly that thing, do you release the other finger? Do you pass one? Do you close both and pass by E? It's in between, but you have to train that. Tuk, 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 tuk. C, B. And after the B, under that you have the E. And in between we have one tone, one semitone to play from the B to B flat. And we will do it with our first finger. I hope that the camera goes on. The first finger will just fall, boom, here. As we can do it with only that. So I make you hear the sound of B flat key with the alto saxophone. It won't sound the same on tenor, sure. So it's not really difficult, and it's always like that. That key you will never use another way. So in fact you push two keys at the same time. Wait for the autofocus. Two key, tag. That one and that one both. Okay? And now we can play B flat, E. The semitone under. It's okay? It's a new key. So we will try from C and go by semitone. C. Okay? If we want to learn a new key, I told you a little about that next week, because we saw the lowest note palette. You remember to use that, C sharp, B, and B flat, low B flat. And that one is not for the lowest note, it's for the A flat or G sharp. Okay, so you'll use 3 fingers here, 1, 2, 3, and we'll add that to open a key, and we will go up 1 semitone from the G. So we play the G, 3 note, and just open with that. Okay? I know it won't sound the same way on the tenor. Sorry, I'm in Arras, you know my life with children, and my saxophone is in Lille, and both. In fact, I played with your Yukata brother this weekend, and we began to play a tune with saxophone inside, and one of my tenor sax had a trouble, so I picked him to be repaired, and the white one, which I give lesson with, is in Lille. So but today you see that lovely instrument, and so we learn 2 key, that one, and to open that one, and that allow you to play chromatic scale on the left hand. So we were downward. We're gonna move up from the G and open each key. Okay, it's a chromatic scale on the left hand. So, yeah, good, good way. We have a lot of notes yet. So soon we will go the same way with the right hand. But you told me about reed, and you begin to have questions about tone. Yes, sure. So I told you abdominal respiration. I told you how to blow, and now it's a journey. You have to train the long tone, and the long tone is really something I will show you, because I show you always very quickly, and for now I can do it really the way I will warm up when I begin to play sax. I can begin with E, my example, low octave without the octave key. I train at the low octave and go under little by little, and it goes like that. Have big respiration, really under your belly, really under. So it's very long, so it's not very good for YouTube, and it's not really funny to hear that. But that's a way to have something really stable. You have to train that to have a stable sound, and the wrong way is to be. You know that I move too much here. Air is more pressure, less pressure. Nothing is really stable. But on the technical side, you know, so I take off the mouthpiece. I told you about the grid. Huh? Focus is not here yet. You have to put grease on your cork, you know, here. Really, really often if it's new, but every 2 or 3 days. And in fact, your reed must be in good shape. If you have a wood reed, it's really fragile. With my eyes, it don't want to. Really fragile. If your reed is broken, that one is really badly broken. Autofocus, come on. Yeah, you know, that one is really broken. So you cannot use it. And even if you have a little scratch, it's dead. And it's expensive, yes, I know. It's crazy expensive, that thing. It goes from price really crazy for now, and that wasn't like that when I was young, but it's always more and more expensive. And you have that kind of plastic thing. I don't really like it. It's really strange for me. I'm not used to, but it's really good. And you have also a strength. So here it's free, you know. Oh, come on. Ow. You see the free. And that's the strength. So, you know, it's more hard or less. Don't touch the end, the tip. With the plastic you can little, it's not so fragile. And it will really change the sound. If you have if it's really difficult to blow, your reed is too hard. And if your sound is really weak and it's really hard to stabilize, maybe your reed is dead, it's too old, or it's too weak. You have to take upper. You know, that reed is really hard for me with that mouthpiece. So I have to tell you about mouthpiece. Be careful about materials because we can become crazy, but I have to explain you something. If you want to play jazz thing and have warm sound, you will play with a certain kind of mouthpiece. Not there is some metal mouthpiece, plastic, ebonite, but in fact that's not the most important thing. It's not about the material. It does matter, but it's not the main thing. The main thing is about the opening of the mouthpiece. The opening is the distance between the reed and the end of the tip of the reed and the tip of the mouthpiece. When you have the reed, you know, that space can be wide for jazz thing, and maybe really little for classical music. And in fact, if you are beginning, often you have a mouthpiece of classical music, and that's the difference. The end. That's one of my first mouthpiece for classical music. You see, it's really little opening. The little opening allow you to have good intonation, a focused sound, and something really in tune. Really in tune, because your lip won't have so much importance if you press or not. It will have it. Not so much with the jazz mouthpiece. So which mouthpiece do you want to use, and what is the objective? And in fact, it's really too early, but you have to know about that. You can't reach the sound of a great saxophonist yet. It will take time, but on this journey you will have to find your mouthpiece. And I know, Ville, you have some kind of blues and jazz sound in your ear. So soon we can talk about having another mouthpiece with a bigger opening, and it will have a warmer sound and bigger sound. The saxophone does matter, sure, but you have good saxophone, and if your saxophone is in good shape, the mouthpiece is very important. So I show you that mouthpiece is it seems to be the same exactly, but the opening is really different. So that is a Meyer G with a 7 opening. The opening is with a number. So classical music, this is a Vonderen S19 90 S90. It's the opening is 170. It's pretty small, but that's not the same kind of number with Vonderen and that kind of mouthpiece. So for the jazz mouthpiece, and by example a very famous mouthpiece, Otto rubber, that is one of my historic mouthpiece. It's 8. Jazz is playing. We play jazz with a kind of 7 or 8 or 7 star openings. It's really standard to have Otto 7 star ebonite for warmer sound, and metal for more modern sound. Okay, and with the alto saxophone is I really love Meyer G. Meyer is really good, and the G1, the G is not yet. It's a 7, and that's my thing. But it's just about the culture of that, and try to develop that. And when I will listen to you, I will give you advice on what you should try. It's not for now, but you know that you won't be able to have the sound that you have in your ear yet. So try to stabilize the sound, to find the good reed, not too hard, not too weak or too old. And okay, let's play. So now I have an exercise for you. Last week we played a tune. You remember that great tune? So today I won't play it with you because I don't have the same saxophone, but you will continue to hear that piece. You know, the riff was really easy. Are you able to play with that? And Then there is a bridge that uses exactly the note that we use today, the chromatic scale. You will need that chromatic thing, B flat or E flat. So try that thing, and next week we have the result of that. You have to train your ear and to find the note. So try to find the bridge of that tune. Okay, bye.